Welcome to selfdiscoverymedia.com, where we discover the communities that are making a difference in the lives of others. Our self-discovery is something we are all making on our life's journey. Here you will find the people that will be your guidance, that will be your inspiration, that will be there for you in support on your journey of life. Do enjoy. Our next show is... Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life. I'm your host, Sarah Troy, right here on selfdiscoverymedia.com. Activate your vibe. Everything is a vibration, a frequency. Everything can be added up to math. Everything has a flow to it, a vibe to it. So what's your vibe? I'm not quite sure how people feel my vibe. It always comes from the heart, and those that really feel it know it. But I love the good vibrations. When you click with someone, that smile, it's very authentic. When you feel a synergy with people, they are vibe tribe. You know how it feels, and it feels utterly wonderful. So what vibe are you putting out? Because that's the vibe you're going to attract. That vibe of goodwill or negative, whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to receive. So yes, we can get very frustrated with life. We can get even very angry at things that are being done in the world to each other. The words that are said, the actions that are taken, um, the neglect even, all of it can add up to being very, very negative. And we can acknowledge that, but only when we step up into good vibrations can we do something about it. We can't do things about it when we're down here, down in the dumps, or if we get too angry or frustrated about something, because that shatters the vibe. The vibe isn't in flow, it's not in control. We need to get into that space where, okay, I'm feeling emotional about this particular topic. Go through the motions, speak it out, dance it out, scream it out, whatever it needs to do, spend that emotion at that moment, but then release it. Because if you hold on to it, you can't see whatever good vibes you need to step into. You're far too stuck in that vibe of anger or frustration or fear or sorrow. It's very easy to wallow in it because it kind of builds on itself. So if you say, 20 minutes is all I'm going to give you for this emotion, and then at the end of that 20 minutes, okay, you're spent. I acknowledge why you were here. I acknowledge that it was a release, but now I need to think clearly. So now I need to release that emotion and step into a more open vibration, which will help you actually find the solutions that you're needing. So good vibrations is what we all want. We know that when we click with people, we're all on the same vibe. It really is so creative, and we really allow ourselves to go into a wonderful flow, a flow of discovery, which is absolutely exquisite. Innovations and observations and all of that just kind of start stepping in, and it's really fabulous. You can't feel that creative source if you're still in that anger, frustration, or holding on to an emotion that kind of almost grips your hands into a fist. Let go, one finger at a time, open it up, blow on those palms, let it go, and go, okay, now the deep breath. Do that 3 times. Center your chakra system. Open up to the possibilities. You've spent that energy that you need to spend. Now you're in solutional mode. And sometimes it just simply is sitting back and just being with your own vibration, absorbing your own self. Where am I at? Why did I react that way? What can be done? Instead of fiercely looking at a solution for the moment, just look at the moment. You've spent your emotion. You're here in this beautiful centered space at the moment. You've taken that deep breath. And now it's like, where do I need to go from here? And don't let the mind choose it, because the mind will always go back to chaos. Let the heart and soul choose that next step. Let the heart and soul's intellect and beautiful wisdom Speak to your mind, speak to your knowledge, and ignite the action that is needed in that moment. We think too much, and what we think are thoughts that very often are unproductive because we're reacting on there's so many thoughts, like 60, 70,000 thoughts going through our head at any time. That can get very, very confusing. So if we can be still, be silent, be calm, just be centered for a moment, and allow the soul's wisdom to come and speak through your heart in resonance. Go into your spirit into action and open up your mind to what it needs to know when it needs to know it. There lies whatever it is you're looking for, the answer, the solution, the creativity that is needed for that next moment or that next product. We always have the answer, but we don't always see it because we're too busy chasing it from an intellectual point of view rather than from the heart and soul point of view. The soul is the channel that the beautiful universal information comes through. The heart resonates it with truth. I know this to be true. I feel this to be true. And the spirit grabs hold of it and goes, I know what to do with this. Let's put it in action. And then, as I said, all that data in your head, all the skills and the tools that you've been accumulating now can be downloaded for you to put into action. So your vibe is what invites other people to you. It's the vibe that sets the stage for others to come and join you. We all love to be around people with good vibrations, people that are in that same vibe as us. But sometimes it's good to step out of our own vibe and step into somebody else's vibe. It's pretty cool. It may not be something you 100% connect with at that time, but it feels right. Be exploratory. What is this person's vibe? How do we step into it and get into that groove? The vibration of life is a wonderful rhythm, but constantly going. And if we could step into that vibe, it will take us on this wonderful twist and turn and flow of up and down and constantly seeking and embracing and pushing forward. It's a wonderful thing to be in that flow, that vibrational flow. But the higher vibrational flow, the one with the high hertz, the one with the high frequency, that's the important one that you want to be in. That particular vibe is something that really will take you where you need to be in life. It is your invitation out to other people. It is your connection to other people. It's how other people recognize you as part of their vibe tribe. It is that vibe that even speaks to your own body. I choose to live in good vibrations. So you're telling that 70% water of your body to have good vibes. You're telling your mind to have good vibes, telling your brain that good vibes through the body. And with those good vibrations in a really harmonious frequency is always going to carry you forward in everything that you do. So, music for me is something that's really, really important. And I've come to learn that it's kind of the vibe and the frequency of the music that has such an impact on me. It has an impact on my soul and on my heart. And when I can step into that music, and it's not always the words, very often it's just the music, it kind of resets me, resets my vibe. That harmony kind of soaks its way through the layers of my body, of my mind, my heart, my soul, through the layers and layers of cellular structure. And it calms me and it refrequencies me. So it's rebalancing me. And that's the same being around people who are speaking. Yes, this comes up again, folks. The beach always comes up, and that's where I'd love to be right now, swimming in the wonderful waters of wonderful conduit with the wind blowing away. Be absolutely fabulous. And just this picture having come up, which of course, if you're audio, you're not watching it. It's a palm tree and a beach and the water flowing up. Sometimes, we get into a negative vibe, and it's like, I don't want to respond to this. So insert something into your mind, like that beach, or that tree, or that water, and let it metaphorically wash over you and just refresh you. And then you can step out of that to be negative vibe and say, no, not today. Um, the vibrations and that frequency that we live in is something that is everything that we are. It's if you're around people with a bad vibe, you're going to feel it. Your body's going to feel it. Your mind's going to feel it. Your psyche is going to feel it. And it's not going to do you any good because it wants to pull you down. People who are in a negative vibration want to be around people who are positive because they want to suck that positivity out of them, to recharge their negativity, because it actually does take um, a great deal to recharge. It takes more energy to recharge their negativity than it does for us to recharge our positivity. So why waste the energy on being negative? Because it takes so much out of you. It drains you. And that generator to keep the hate fest going all the time is actually so detrimental to your body, to your psyche, to your heart, soul, and your spirit. And that's when the disease happens and starts breaking down. So if you can step into that positive vibe, and I'm not to say that in your positive vibe, negative things don't happen to you, is that the higher you are in that positive vibration, the less it's going to impact you. The more you're going to know how to respond to it, and you're more open to receiving the solution concerning it. You can't do that from a negative vibe. The blame, the shame, the anger, it's everybody else's fault. Um, Everybody else is wrong and I'm right. All of those type of negative vibes are just going to be destruction for your entire psyche. So we don't want you to be self-destructive. We want you to be that beautiful love and that beautiful spirit that you really are, because that's what's going to make the world go round in a much, much happier sphere. So activating your vibe, stepping into it. What is it that's going to do it for you? As I said, for me, music, the rustle of the leaves right outside. We have a windy day. And as I sit here, I can see the leaves dancing and the wind just going through them. And it's so soothing, it's so calming. And it speaks to me on a deep level that even the mind doesn't have to register. Where is it that kind of is that vibe for you? Is it the water, the conduit? Is it the wind? Is it the trees? Is it animals? What is it that you do that really elevates your vibe, elevates you as a human being, that really gives you that feeling where you really feel at home, where you really feel at one with self, when you really feel centered? When you feel that way and you know it's there, in that wonderful sense of deep breath and calmness, you can see so much clarity. But you also only need to see what you need to know when you need to know it. Everybody thinks that when you open up those channels to the universe, that they're just going to floodgate you with a whole load of information that you're not going to know what to do with. The beauty of the universe, it gives you what you need to know when you need to know it. And when you tap into that, all you need to know is what you need to know now. And whatever you need to know now will help you with what you need to know next. It's not about, I have the entire encyclopedia of the whole entire universe in my head. No, the universe knows what you need when you need it. And if we open up and step into that good vibration, open up those channels, we will receive it. How many times have you said, I don't know why I know that, I just know it. That's the universal knowingness. Or I don't know, it feels so familiar, I've done it before. You most likely have in another lifetime. And the universe is also giving you those memories. Good vibrations are something that really collectively, cohesively, collaboratively is going to compassionately bring us all together. When we're on that good vibe, there's always a song that really hits number one. They may not be a great song, but the thing about it is upbeat. And it's speaking to all of us, and it's an invitation to all of us. And we all want to get into it and enjoy it because we're all resonating on that vibe. Remember how you feel when you're amongst people like that, when you're around something that lifts you up into those good vibrations. It really feels cool, doesn't it? It feels wonderful. And we want to do it more often. No, I'm not talking about you have to be in a high vibration all the time, but just being in that vibe with other people that are in the same frequency, and you feel like you're all making the same music at the same time, each with your own beautiful instrument. The beauty of vibration and frequency is the fact that it's never stagnant, it's always in flow. It's twisting and turning like our DNA. It is in a rhythm and a rhyme like a wave on the waters. It is constantly in flow. And just like a wave, you know, the water building up to the shoreline, and it gathers and it gathers and it gathers, and it hits the shoreline and phew, it bursts. And the big wave just lands on the sand, and then it sucks it back into the water again. Our vibrations are like that too. Half the time we're just floating and bobbing along the ocean, and then something happens where the vibration is picked up and our waters are heading for shore, and we're making a bigger and bigger and bigger wave of impact. So being in a vibe isn't being stuck in one note. It's being able to be many, many notes under many different circumstances. But what it is about positivity, it is about believing things are possible, always being able to see the opportunities in things, of always being able to see the good in it, and always being able to see what we can do to continue that goodness. So look at yourself right now. Where is your vibe? Where are your good vibrations? Are you feeling down? Have you given in to the hysteria out there? Have you been riding high for so long and your fists are so clenched you don't know how to open them? Well, not only have I got massive amount of shows that can help you on that with various meditative skills or releasing skills, you need to open up those hands, folks, because your hands are scooping the air and the vibration and the flow of life. You know, if you put your hands together, I don't mean close them, kind of about 8-10 inches apart, and you just push without closing your hands. Keep pushing and pushing and pushing. You will feel a warmth coming up between your palms. And as that warmth comes up, you can expand your hands, and that warmth will expand with you. And that is kind of a beautiful force of vibration, of frequency, of energy, because that's what vibration is. And frequency is it's energy. And when we're in good vibrations, we're in good energy. So be open to all the wondrous things that are out there, because there's so much as human beings we haven't tapped into yet, or are unwilling to tap into, or afraid of. Yet they're the very things that will continue this planet, continue human life on it. It is our next evolution of growth. And in that evolution of growth, we can then become so much more productive, not just for the human race or life race or for this planet, but just in general, connecting more to the universe and realize we are one. We're one beautiful energy of so many different notes. And let's play together. Let's see what music we can create together. So, activating your vibe. How are you going to do it? First and foremost, a few deep breaths. Center that chakra balance in the back of the spine. Let go of anything that you cannot control, that has happened to you that you cannot change, that is happening to you that you want to change. With every breath in, believe I can, I will, I am in control, the universe is with me. Breathing out all negativity, all repression, all that is against me. Do that 3 times. Then just sit still. Ignore your thoughts. Open up your heart and soul. I am ready to receive. I am open and willing to receive. Guide me to my vibe. May my vibrations be ones that serve others. And the more you do this, the more you do it, and you can do it driving in the car, you can do it at the office desk, you can do it while you're cooking, you can do it anywhere. Just take those breaths, those moments to be still, to take in. Don't close your eyes in the car, please. Take it all in and just be calm, because that is a beautiful, harmonious vibration. It's like a buzz. Just because you're in good vibrations doesn't mean you have to be elevated all the time. That vibration of calmness, tranquility, inner harmony, outer peace is a beautiful state to be in, and it will allow you to go with that flow. That will gather momentum, that will rise up and will be that beautiful wave that comes crashing up the shore to wash away the sand and to generate that current of forever moving forward. I will love you to all be a good vibration, not just for you, yourself, and how you feel, and that love that you step into of self, of life, of planet, of the opportunities, but for the healing of our planet, for the healing of humanity. Let's face it, we can be the scourge here on this planet. There's still so many that are so disrespectful to this planet and all that she gives us. But they are so naive or neglectful because they also haven't done the work on themselves. Those that step into heart, true spirit, true universal love, you cannot knowingly, not knowingly, hurt anyone else, because it's not in your psyche, in your presence to do. Because in hurting someone else, you're also hurting you. So that angry vibe of it's everybody else's responsibility, not mine, that angry vibe of nothing will ever change and everything is out to get me, that angry vibe of I hate you because you're different, your skin color, your sexuality, your economics, your this or that, is going to get you nowhere other than 6 feet under the ground, because it will change the waters in your body, and those waters will start contaminating your entire organs, and your organs will start playing up and becoming sick, and then maybe it's your heart, or maybe it's your mind, or maybe it's just cancer elsewhere, and it will bring you down. But when you're willing to take the journey and make the effort to participate in your own life and your own good vibration, and you rise up to that higher frequency, and you step into that self-love and that vibe of life of gratitude and appreciation, then you're on that higher frequency, and that higher frequency only wants to know the love, the beauty, the harmony, the togetherness, the unity. It's a beautiful place to be, folks, but you're going to have to work to get there. You're going to have to activate your vibes so that you can get there, but I know you can. It's possible in every single one of us. Every single one of us has got the capability to rise up to those good vibrations. It's all a choice. Do you choose to? Do you choose to explore which way can raise your vibration? As I said, with 2,700 shows here on selfdiscoverymedia.com, I've got somebody there that you resonate with that can help you on that journey. If you wish to do it on your own, well, I still suggest listening to podcasts like mine, TED Talks. These are people that have already risen their vibe, and they're sharing how. And in that sharing how, it becomes an inspiration, but gets an invitation to you to raise your vibe by being shown how and why. So do it. Do it, folks. Don't sit back anymore. Don't be complacent. Don't stay in your hate zone. Just say, I'm going to make a choice to raise my vibe, to live into good vibrations, because I know there's so much more to life than this negativity. There's so much more to life in living in a joy of a good vibration. And there's so much more you see and feel and do in those vibrations. You can't help it. You can't help it. Because when you're in that flow, you see everything around you constantly moving in a beautiful energy. You are part of that energy. That energy runs through you. Be open to that beautiful energy, and you will see where it takes you. So, folks, activate your vibe, those good vibrations. It's in you. Find a way to do it. Lift yourself up. Remember the breathing. Every day, start your day off with the breathing affirmation. I am worthy. I am love. Anything is possible. Breathing out, I let go of all that is holding me back. Breathing in, I'm here to contribute. I'm a part of the global solution. Breathing out, anything that does not serve my purpose, can go. Breathing in, slowly, deeply, I am love. I am open to the love from the universe and the planet, and I am here to share that love. You can choose your own words. Just make sure they are serving you, because it's you that needs to rise up. It's you that needs to step into the good vibrations. Make sure it's addressing you. Make sure you're addressing the things you need to let go of. Permission to let go of it. And an invitation to the universe for you to step into that higher vibration of meaningful purpose, of goodwill, and of positive love. So until next time, folks, have a wonderful week. Bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. You will hear many shows here on selfdiscoverymedia.com. We have new shows for you out every week. Just find them on our podcast or What's New. If you feel that you have something to share that makes a difference in the lives of others, or you too feel that you could be a host, please contact me at info@selfdiscoverymedia.com, and we will be glad to speak with you. Have a wonderful day.